Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English on the Way, the fun and easy way to learn English. I'm Charles.
And I'm Rachel. It's so good to be here with you all. We have a very interesting topic today, right, Charles?
Yes, we do. Today, we're going to talk about how language shapes the way we think. It's a big idea, but we'll make it simple and fun.
Exactly. It's a fascinating topic. But before we start, please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and share this episode with your friends. It helps us a lot.
Thank you so much. Your support is amazing. So, Rachel, let's dive in. What do you think about this idea?
It makes me think about different words. Like, some languages have a word for something, and other languages don't. That must change how people see things, right?
Yes, that's a perfect example. For instance, in some languages, there are many words for snow. We just say snow, but they have a word for wet snow, a word for light snow, a word for hard snow.
Wow. So a person who speaks that language sees snow differently. They notice more details. We just see snow. That's a great point.
Exactly. They have a more detailed picture in their mind because their language gives them the tools to describe it. It's like their brain has more categories for snow.
I see. It's like having a special color for every type of blue. We have blue, but maybe another language has sky blue, ocean blue, dark blue, all as separate words.
Yes, that's another great analogy. The words we use act like a lens. They focus our attention on certain things and not others.
Oh, I get it now. So if your language has a lot of words for feelings, maybe you are better at understanding your own feelings and other people's feelings.
Precisely. You have a richer vocabulary to describe emotions, so you can talk about them more easily and maybe even feel them more deeply. It's not just about naming the feeling, it's about recognizing it.
That's a very deep thought, Charles. I never thought about it like that. I always thought a word was just a word. But it's more than that. It's a key.
Yes, a key that unlocks a new way of thinking. Let's think about time. We say, the future is ahead of us. We talk about time as if it's a line.
Yes, we do. Move forward, look back. It's all about a line. I never really noticed that before.
But in some languages, people talk about time differently. They might say, the future is behind us. They see time coming from behind them, not in front.
That's so interesting. So for them, they can't see the future, so it's behind them. But they can see the past, so it's in front of them. Wow.
Right. The language influences how they picture time in their mind. It changes their mental map of time.
That's amazing. So learning a new language can change how you think. That's a big reason to learn English.
Yes, it is. When you learn English, you are also learning a new way of thinking, a new way of seeing the world. You are getting a new lens.
So our listeners are not just learning new words, They are also learning to think like English speakers in some ways. That's a powerful idea.
It is. It's a beautiful process. Let's talk about grammar, too. English has a lot of rules.
Oh, yes. Verbs, nouns, tenses. It can be a lot.
Yes, but these rules also shape how we think. For example, English always requires us to say who does an action. He ran. She walked. We need the subject.
That's true. We always say, I do this or you do that. But in some languages, you can just say ran or walked. You don't have to say he or she.
So the speaker in that language might not focus as much on the person doing the action. They focus more on the action itself. That's a big difference.
It is. Their language allows them to be less specific about the subject. So maybe their mind is less focused on who is responsible for an action and more on the action itself. That's very cool. I'm starting to see that every language is like a different tool for the brain. It's a way of organizing the world.
Exactly. You've hit the nail on the head. It's a way of organizing thoughts. The categories we use, the way we structure sentences, it all influences our thinking.
And this is why it's so important to learn more than one language. It gives your brain more tools.
Absolutely. It makes your mind more flexible. You can switch between different ways of thinking. You can see the world from different perspectives.
So, when our listeners learn English, they are not just adding to their vocabulary. They are adding to their mind's toolbox.
A wonderful way to put it. It's a mental gym. Learning new grammar, new vocabulary, it's all making your brain stronger and more adaptable.
I love that idea. A mental gym. It makes learning feel less like a chore and more like an exciting adventure for your brain.
100%. It's an adventure for your mind. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Every mistake is a step in your mental adventure.
That's such a positive way to look at it. So let's talk about colors. We have a lot of colors in English. Red, blue, green.
Yes, but some languages have fewer basic colors. They might have one word for green and blue together.
Wow! So a person who speaks that language might not see the difference between green and blue as clearly as we do. It's all just one color to them.
That's right. Their brain doesn't have a separate label for blue and green. The world of color is organized differently in their mind.
So they see the same physical world, but their mind categorizes it in a different way. That's mind-blowing.
It truly is. It shows that our language is not just a way to describe the world, it's a way to structure our perception of it.
So learning English helps us to see the world of color in a new way. We learn to separate green from blue, for example.
Yes, you are training your brain to see new distinctions. You're giving it new categories. It's a fascinating process.
It really makes me want to learn even more languages now. I want to see the world through all these different lenses.
Me too. It's like having different pairs of glasses. Each one shows you the world in a slightly different light.
What about thinking about numbers? English has a lot of words for numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, and we use numbers for many things. Time, money, age. But some cultures and languages have a very simple counting system. Maybe just 1, 2, and many.
1 too many. So a group of 5 people would just be many people. A group of 10 people would also be many people.
Right. Their language doesn't give them a way to be precise about large numbers. So their brain doesn't focus on the exact count of a large group.
That's incredible. So their relationship with math and quantities would be very different from ours.
It would be. They would focus on the general idea of many instead of the specific number. Their language doesn't push them to be more specific.
That's such a good point. So when our listeners learn to count in English, they are also learning a new way to think about quantities.
Yes, they are learning to see the world in terms of precise numbers. It's another mental tool they are acquiring.
This is so exciting. It makes me feel like a little kid discovering something new. It's not just about words. It's about a whole new world of thought.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of learning a new language. You're not just memorizing, you're exploring.
So, what's another example, Charles? I love this topic.
How about gender? In English, many nouns don't have a gender. A table is just a table. A book is just a book.
That's true. We say the table or it. We don't say he table or she table.
But in many languages, every noun has a gender. The table might be she, and the book might be he.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like in Spanish or French. La mesa, le livre.
Yes. So a person who speaks a language with grammatical gender might think about objects differently. They might even give them human-like qualities.
Like a speaker might think of a bridge as strong and masculine, or a boat as beautiful and feminine because of the word's gender.
That's exactly it. The language is giving them a subtle prompt to see the world in a certain way. It's a small but constant influence.
Wow! So the world for a Spanish speaker is full of he and she objects, while for an English speaker, the world is full of it objects.
Yes, it's a completely different way of organizing the world of objects in your mind. It shows how deeply language can influence us.
So when our listeners learn that a table is just it, they are also learning to see the world in a less gendered way.
Exactly. They are training their brain to not assign gender to objects. It's another way that learning English changes how you think.
This is amazing. I feel like my mind has been opened up even more just talking about this.
Mine too. It's a topic that really makes you appreciate the power of words. Words are not just sounds or letters. They are concepts.
And these concepts are the building blocks of our thoughts. So, a new language gives us new building blocks?
A wonderful way to put it, Rachel. It's like your mental Lego set just got a whole lot bigger.
A bigger mental Lego set. I love that. So, let's talk about directions. We say left and right in English.
Yes, we use our bodies as a reference point. Turn left. The book is on your right.
That's true. My left, your right. But in some languages, they don't use left and right.
No, they use cardinal directions, north, south, east, west. They might say, the book is to the west of you.
Oh my goodness. So they always need to know which way is north? That must be so difficult.
It sounds difficult to us because our language doesn't train us for that. But for them, it's natural. Their language makes them constantly aware of their orientation.
So they have a special part of their brain that is always thinking about north, south, east, and west? That's incredible.
It is. Their language forces them to be very good at spatial awareness. It's a skill that is part of their everyday life.
So when our listeners learn to use left and right in English, they are also learning to think about space in a different way.
Yes, they are learning to use a body-centered coordinate system. It's a new way of mapping the world.
Wow. Every time we learn a new word or a new rule, we are changing our brain a little bit. That's a powerful thought.
It is. It's a quiet but constant transformation. Learning English is not just about communication. It's about personal growth.
So, what's a final big idea to share with our listeners?
I think the main takeaway is that language is not just a window to the world. It's the lens of that window. It shapes what we see and how we see it.
That's so beautiful, Charles. So, when you learn a new language, you are not just adding to your skills. You are changing your mind.
Yes, it makes you a more flexible, more adaptable person. It's one of the best things you can do for your brain.
I completely agree. So, our challenge to you, our amazing listeners, is to keep learning, keep exploring, keep changing your mind for the better.
And that's a perfect note to end on. Thank you so much for joining us today. This was a really fun and insightful conversation.
It was. We love talking to you all. And please don't forget to subscribe, share, and give us a like. It really helps us a lot.
And tell us in the comments what you think about this topic. Do you think learning a new language changes the way you think? We want to hear from you.
Yes, we want to read your comments. We love to hear from you all. So, until next time, keep learning English and keep having fun.
Bye, everyone. See you next time on English on the Way.
Bye!